The Haye home is 120 years old and counting. It was built in 1900 and is visible on the original Sanborn maps of Waxahachie. Their home is still in the same location with the same original structure intact as it was when it was built. Its roots can be traced back to 1900, but their home has a simple history from what they have been able to find. Architecturally, the home's historic style is known as a folk Victorian, not to be confused with the big Queen Anne Victorians that are often well known in this area. Folk Victorians are the aspirational style of homes for the early 1900s. Their popularity ran from 1870s to 1910. Architecturally, they were more simple compared to their ornate Queen Anne cousins, but folk Victorian homes utilized a lot of decorative trim to dress things up on both the interior and exterior, as they weren't afraid to have a personality. Over the last 120 years, their house has been home to others like them, who were simply looking for a home they could enjoy close to the heart of historic downtown Waxahachie. To their knowledge, it housed no famous persons, but instead its walls simply provided a haven for the laughter of children, memories made by families who shared the struggle and triumph of lives lived and generations of change. When they purchased it in 2017, it had been the unfortunate victim of a fad we are seeing in the historic home world, house flipping. Fallen into disrepair over the years, the home had been previously scooped up by someone who updated important components like modern electrical and plumbing, but in that process removed all of the incredible historic character. Its fluted trim and historic tile were replaced with basic builder-grade plain trim, and classic-style living was replaced with big box store basics. Having spent the better part of the last 5 years working in the real estate world, Michelle was used to seeing a home on paper or even in the framing stage and visualizing exactly what it would look like complete and finished. They confessed they only toured the home originally because it was in their price range and they wanted to rule it out before making an offer on a home across town. Luckily, they took the time to see it because the moment they walked in, they knew it was exactly for them. As a historic preservationist that is also passionate about home design, Michelle could envision it with all of its historic character back in place. This process is what is known in the preservation world as sympathetic rehabilitation. While they cannot 100% restore the original character because it was completely removed prior to them living here, they've done careful research and are slowly replacing builder beige with classic period style. Examples of this include replacing the builder-grade tub with an antique clawfoot that was saved from another historic home just a few streets over, and installing proper fluted trim and antique brass chandeliers throughout the home. They're preparing to replace their current front porch with one that is accurate to its original design. This means working with the Waxahachie Heritage Preservation Committee to ensure they're getting the design and materials just right. To Grayson and Michelle, it's well worth a little extra work because they know groups like this and others like Historic Waxahachie Inc. truly care about preserving the incredible historic character that makes Waxahachie so special. They're doing the majority of the sympathetic rehabilitation themselves while also living here, which is an important thing for them. The pride they take in doing things themselves definitely means the process takes longer. But they also want people to know that living in a historic home doesn't have to mean a huge budget and completing everything before you move in. Living in a historic home doesn't have to mean living in a museum either. Historic homes are incredibly adaptive and were built to stand the test of time. Go on and add that West Elm sofa. I promise it will fit right in. Right now, Michelle's favorite room is probably their hall bathroom, but that is because it is the first room in the entire home that has been 100% rehabilitated with sympathetic style. They replaced the builder-grade square tiles with honed marble flex floor tiles and restored the antique clawfoot tub by hand that now is a fully functioning bath and shower with a beautiful brass hand shower as well. The hall bathroom was a year's worth of work and learning skills for the first time, but it undeniably has character that pays homage to the original folk Victorian style. It's dramatic, a little edgy, and also a decadent haven for relaxation. When I asked Michelle what her decorating style was, she answered, modern Victorian. Merging classic style with modern style, modern Victorian is a juxtaposition of old and new. Modern Victorian style is all about opulent comfort and modern elegance. And as a design style, it originated in the UK. Texture and color play a huge part in their home. Antiques are scattered throughout, with heirloom pieces like her late mother's antique mirror and crystal help things feel grounded. And their dining room table tells the story of Grayson's childhood, with all of its scuffs and scratches. It was his parents' first dining room table. A home style should never simply be purchased. It should be curated over time. They love utilizing natural greenery and always try to use it indoors when they can. They will forever be natural tree people for Christmas. Their marriage has grown as they've tackled projects together, worked hard and lost sleep, and ultimately found that when they work together using each other's strengths, projects don't seem so daunting. They've learned so much practical preservation knowledge thanks to this home. But even more so, they've learned the value of community and of being a good steward of something so that generations to come will be able to enjoy something they cared for long after they leave.